What's up, guys?
I know we asked you during the week if this was going to be it. Seemed like there were a lot of people here. There was a lot of gestures pregame and postgame for you. Is this it for Matthew Slater?
Let's talk about that another day. Just want to express my thanks to the guys in that locker room today. So, very appreciative of all the love and support that I received, this whole season, but certainly today and this week. And I'm just proud to be a part of that group. Even though the season was what it was, to come in every day and be able to work with those guys really meant a lot to me.
Hi, Matthew. Thank you for taking your time. I just wanted to ask, what was it like to see the whole team come out in those kind of sweatshirts in the warm-up, to see, them honor you like that?
Yeah, it meant a lot. Meant a lot. I was blown away by it. So, look, I don't want it. I never wanted anything about my experience here to be about me. So, it did make me a little bit uncomfortable. But to have the guys do that, I'll never be able to put that into words as long as I live. So, it meant a lot to me.
Matthew, we've heard a lot about your post-game addresses to the team. Last game of the season, last game maybe for you. What did you tell them today? What was the message? What did you want them to take away from today, from the season, from the experience today?
Yeah, look, for me, I look at life as a race. Paul talks about it in his writings. 2 Timothy 4:7 says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. And I think, to me, as you're running your race in life, there's going to be some ups, some downs. You're going to fall. You're going to fail. You're going to succeed. But you just got to keep running that race. And no matter what the people around you may say, detractors or naysayers, you keep running that race until you get to your finish line. And for these guys in that locker room, yeah, this was a part of the race where we fell. And we got to get up, and as an organization, we got to keep running, and we got to find a new path, a better path, and keep running that race. So.
Two questions. One, message to the fans. And two, no one in that locker room knows Bill Belichick better than you. What did Bill mean to you? What does he mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
Message to the fans first.
Yeah, message to the fans is just thank you. Look, I told you earlier this week, I came here, I had no expectations. I didn't think I was going to be here very long. I just a special teams player. I'm not the quarterback. I'm not catching the balls. I'm not out there sacking the quarterback. So to be embraced by the fans and the community the way that my family and I have, it means a lot. I thank them for that. I thank them for their endless support for our team. I thank them for challenging our team, spurring us on. But to be embraced by this community and this fan base has been a great deal to myself and my family. So thank you. And then Coach, without Coach, I'm not standing up here talking to you. He took a chance on me. A lot of people when I got here thought I got drafted because of my dad. So he took a chance on me and has taken a chance on me for 16 years. So I'm very grateful for that. And, he's the best coach that's ever coached this game, in my opinion. So thankful for the 16 years that I've had with him.
Matthew, when you first came out and came here, if someone had told you that day that you were going to have a 16-year career, 10 Pro Bowls, and 2 All-Pro teams, would you have been surprised then, and would you have expected that?
I'd have called him a liar. No, I wouldn't. I didn't have that expectation for myself at all. I was just, I tell the story all the time. I called my dad during rookie minicamp and asked him if they could release me before I got my signing bonus. So I didn't have a vision for this type of career, to be a part of the special teams and work alongside the people that I have. But, that really, my career is a testament to the goodness of God and His grace in my life, His favor. I don't deserve any of the credit. The people around me deserve all the credit. My wife and my family, my parents, my brother, and then God. I mean, God has just been so kind to me, and I'm very humbled by it.
Matthew, I find it interesting. Our questions are very, reflective at this point, at the end of the season. But hearing you speak, it's very in the moment and looking forward. And you talked about the challenges that the season present and the opportunities to work with younger players and building towards the future. Right now, obviously, focus is on the record and the way the season finished. But with your impact and Bill's impact, what can you say you were able to accomplish this year in terms of building for the future of this franchise beyond just the record that we see right now?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, there are a lot of players on this team that have to learn how to win. That's a process for everyone when they come into this league. And if you're fortunate enough to be in the right place around the right people, you learn how to do that. Maybe this year was necessary for this team to learn how to win and realize what it takes, the commitment, the sacrifice, the detail, all those things in order to get to winning. And sometimes you have to be broken down to rise again. And, it's my belief that this organization is not going to be shackled by its failures this season, are going to rise again. So I have a lot of confidence in that from the ownership on the way down, that we'll figure it out.
Hey, Matthew.
Sir.
I'm wondering how you saw, maybe how you described the way in which Bill finished the season. Just seeing him sort of frantically waving at Rager, before a return. It looked like he was sort of, he's coaching through the end. But what did you see from him?
I saw no quit in Bill Belichick this season. As a team, I think we're a reflection of our coach in that we competed all the way to the end, regardless of the scoreboard, regardless of our record, regardless of what was going on around us. We kept fighting. And I think a lot of that can be attributed to the man who's steering the ship. So for us, we see him every day coming here. If you had sat in these team meetings this week, you would have thought we're getting ready to go play in the AFC Championship game. That's how he's coaching the team. He didn't turn it down. He didn't shut it down. And I have so much respect for him, especially in a year like this. Again, when you're winning and you're doing well and you're going to Super Bowls, everybody's having a good time. You guys are pumping us up. We're all keying. It's a great time. But when you're in moments like this, you find out who people are. And I certainly found out a lot about Bill Belichick this year.
Another Bill Belichick question. Obviously, special teams, one of his specialties, your specialty, so you have a connection there. But as you leave here, 16 years, you said he's had a major effect on your career, who you are as a player. If I had to say, what was maybe the one thing you take that he gave you that you maybe didn't have before you got here?
Yeah, well, that's a hard question. I think if you want to have a team, a true team, a championship caliber team, and you want to have a team that's together and is competitive, everyone on the team has to be a star in their role. But everyone's role looks differently. And I think as a young player, especially coming out of college, you don't have an appreciation for everyone's role on the football team. But he taught me to appreciate that, and I certainly tried to embrace my role and my time here. So, the one thing, I'm looking at my kids play sports, and I'm thinking, everybody on this team has a role, and everybody's role is a little bit different. And to me, that's a biblical concept. Every member of the body we talk about as Christians has a different role, but nobody can do anybody else's role. You have to be a star in your role. And the reason that this place was so successful for so long is we had people that understood that and bought into it. And, we did it at a high level. But I believe that that's important, and I believe that's something that will certainly continue to live on here. So.
Hi, Matthew.
Hello.
You've always been clearly a fan favorite, and I don't think that's ever been more apparent than tonight. I don't know if you saw all the signs in the stands and the fans cheering for you. A lot of them were laminated so they wouldn't get wet, just singing your praises. How does that make you feel, just knowing there's so much love for you from your fans?
It's very humbling. Again, I came here as a no-name guy, fringe player for a lot of my career. A lot of you guys said I was getting cut early on there. I thought I was getting cut too. But to have the fan base embrace me the way that they have and appreciate what I do on the football field, appreciate what my teammates do on the football field is very, very humbling. Just it's hard to articulate. And I never thought, when I came here in 2008, 22 years old, so far from home, I never thought that I'd feel like this place was home for me. But 16 years later, it feels like home. And the fans are a big part of that, the way that they've embraced me and my family and been so kind and generous to us. So, like I was saying earlier to Steve, I'm just very thankful for that, and it's something that I'll never take for granted. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks, guys.
He's simply the best.